Hello, welcome. My name is Joost Vergoossen. I am a demonstrator for LINE6 in the Netherlands, and I'm going to be demonstrating a few products which I have here. We call it the Dream Rig. The first product I'm going to demonstrate is the DT50 amp. We have the head and the cabinet with us right now. And the second thing I'm going to demonstrate is this thing on the floor, and that's the POD HD500. And the last thing I'm going to demonstrate is this beautiful James Tyler Variax guitar. So the first thing I'm going to demonstrate right now is how the DT50 sounds. Of course, you can find a lot of videos on YouTube how the DT50 works, so I won't be telling a lot about it. The first thing I want to do is show you the sounds I like about the DT50, and we're going to switch a little bit, and we won't use any effects. So the first thing you will hear is the feedback topology number 1, and that's the clean sound. It's more like a Blackface Deluxe, and well, just listen to it. I'm going to switch a little bit on the guitar. You won't hear the Variax. You will only hear the James Tyler guitar. Later on I will be demonstrating the Variax sounds of the 26 guitars which are in here. So here we go. That's the first sound. It's the clean sound. It's like a Blackface, and it sounds like this. That's how it sounds. We're going to switch back to maybe those two pickups. Sounds like this. Maybe try another pickup. So we'll hear there are no effects on it. What you can do with the DT50 amp that's really cool is you can switch a lot of different things. I have a pentode and triode mode, and I have a class A and a class A-B switch, and that will change the sound a little bit. So you can really just let you hear play a few things. Right now it's on pentode. It sounds like this. I switch it back to triode, and it sounds like this. See, there's a softer sound here. I'm going to switch back to AB. Sounds like this. I'm going to switch back to class A. Sounds like this. It's not really a very radical difference, but with all the changes, you can really take all the clean sounds you want. You can make them sparkle bright or a little bit thicker, what you want. So you have all the possibilities you have for the clean sound. Now, people ask me, how does this work in conjunction with the POD HD500? The thing you hear, you only hear the first topology of the DT50 amp. So there's nothing going on here in the POD. You will only hear it. I only use the POD for switching the different channels. The second topology is number 2. That's more like a Marshall Plexi kind of tone. What I did is, I'll let you in on it. The first thing I'm going to do is take a clean tone with a little edge on it, and then I'm going to crank up the drive so it will be a full Marshall, like a full distorted tone. So well, let's try it. This is the sound when it's a little clean with an edge. Something like. And now we'll crank up the drive, and you have more like, you know. So that's the topology number 2. The first thing you heard was I took it a little clean with an edge, and the second thing you heard was to crank up the drive, and you have really like a Van Halen kind of sound. I love the sound, it's really a great sound. Let's switch to topology number 3, and that will be a Vox AC30. With these topologies you can really switch from clean to a fully distorted sound. Even with the first topology. So with the third you can also do that. Let's start with a kind of clean with an edge Vox AC30 tone. Sounds like that. What we can do is just take one effect out of the HD500 and to make it more of a Vox sound, I will use a tube screamer just out of the POD HD500, and you will probably know this sound. That's the feedback topology number 3, Vox, in combination with a little effect out of the HD500 to really get the tone you want to. Okay, let's move on to feedback topology number 4. And that will be sort of a Mesa Boogie kind of sound, like a dual triple rectifier kind of sound. Well, just listen to it. Sounds like this. That will be feedback topology number 4. You can also change the sound, as I explained on feedback topology number 1, by using the different pentaode mode or triode modes, or maybe the class A and class B, that will radically change your sound into a, I like this sound because it's really a full sound, but if you want to make it more of a metal sound, that's no problem. All these sounds are in here. So basically what the DT50 is, it's an amp where, you know, all the classic amps are in there. Because all the guitar players want to have a really nice clean tone. Everybody's thinking about kind of Fender tone. When you want to have a crunchy tone, it's like Marshall. When you want to have a really, you know, a British sound, you will use a Vox. And maybe for heavy distorted sounds, you will use a Mesa Boogie. So instead of buying them all, they're all in here, and more if you connect the POD HD500 to it, which I'm going to explain to it later. So that's basically the 4 sounds, the 4 basic feedback topologies of the DT50.